Okay, so let me talk about this as it pertains to politics. And look, I've never had any video topics, podcasts relating to that, and I refuse to. I'm still gonna refuse to do so, because this very topic is just, one of, if not the most stressful topic anyone would ever invest in, or even just talk about, even when it comes to like current events. I mean, this topic, without question, is just one of, if not the most stressful, and even one of, if not the most sensitive topic to ever talk about. So for me, look, I know guys like Russ and Dario love talking about, well, in the case of Russ, he talks the most about sports, which I don't mind at all. He's very passionate about that stuff. Also just other things that are considered sensitive to most people, including myself. And politics is one of them. Look, me, whoa, man. I'm about to see an accident right there. Take it easy, bro. You almost got hit. You almost got hit. And that's why I've been telling you about drivers these days, man. And unfortunately, one of my family members just got into an accident. I mean, it wasn't like a serious one, but with the level of, I hate to say it, man, I'm gonna say it anyway, with the level of stupidity and carelessness that a lot of these drivers have these days, it's next level, man. It's next level. I'm sorry. A lot of us, even my friends that have been on the streets just trying to get somewhere, even to work or at home from work, or just running errands, you know what I'm saying? We all encounter, just about any reckless, careless, stupid driver, at any given time. It can be every single day, for crying out loud. So, fortunately, that car didn't get hit, but he was that close. He was that close. All right. So, yeah, you better be careful. That's why I'm playing smart this time, and being more careful based on some of the accidents that I've encountered in the past. Yes, all of them were not my fault. However, it's why I've been more careful. And I know none of those accidents were my fault, but unfortunately, I had to be a lot more careful now with the way a majority of these drivers are in today's modern society. So getting back to this, I'm not really going to talk about anything politics, like I said, and I've said it in another video as well. I told Russ, respectfully, I just, after what I came across, or at least all of us came across last Friday with some really horrid BS that we saw, that it's just another example of what is in today's, today's, the tough times that we're living in, and just bringing back certain issues that should never be anymore, to be of nobody's business anymore. You know what I'm saying? Hold on for a second. I don't want to hit nobody. Let me get on the freeway. Okay, good. Yeah, I myself better be careful, because I'll never know. Even if I'm so careful, if I look 3 times on my left and a car, there's no car, and all of a sudden if I make a right and this car goes like 90 miles per hour, I'm screwed. I may be hospitalized if I get hit really hard by that reckless driver. See, that's what I'm telling you, man. We just never know. We just never know, dude. And it's just sad because, you know, we can be really careful with our surroundings, and at any given time, somebody out of nowhere will just come up and ruin your day by having such a vicious action towards you, and after that, it's over. You know what I'm saying? So look, man, as far as this topic's concerned, yeah, man, I told Russ respectfully, I'm just, you know, after what we saw last Friday, you know, from this person that should be accountable for, you know, turning the economy more horrifying than it was under. I don't want to dive into that SH because I really don't. I don't really support either side. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. So yeah, I'm just not. For me, yesterday, I mean, I know I had to hold off my entire circle, and because of basically what I've been going through, and just the past weeks, from the ugly incident to you know, that little dispute or disagreement that me and Julio had. Even though I shouldn't really have to disagree, but because of my mentally corrupt mind, oh boy, somebody's car got crushed, maybe from earlier. Not surprised me. I see a lot of debris on the freeway, man. Sad. Well, anyways, yeah, it's just sad. Like, I didn't want to disagree, but unfortunately, my very corrupt mental mindset is what's causing me to just respond how I respond to him. I'm trying to remember the last time I responded like that to him. That was probably like years ago, but after what transpired, like in those years when, you know, shortly after we reunited, and obviously with Robbie, you know, all of us together, like hanging out, us three, and even with Jeff before Jeff became such a, you know, what we didn't expect out of him, then, you know, it's ever since what we had back then, you know, not saying that our friendships had issues, but, you know, we just wanted to clear things up, and you know, ever since then, everything's mostly gone smooth, everything's gotten better, and, you know, to a point where everything's gonna be fine. You know what I'm saying? Even when these guys were married, everything has gone real smooth, and I know they're living their lives happily, and, you know, all of a sudden I became my worst, and then here's the latest example of what it may seem like a repeat of what it was in 2012. Yeah, I had to get out of my dump, because once I make that escape, once I finally make my escape from that dump, promise me I am going to be the happiest man that anyone will have ever seen in the longest time that anyone can remember. Even my ex-close friends and current friends will have ever seen in the longest time, ever since they met me day one. All right. So look, I just went through a whole lot to where my stress level is so high. I'm already broken after that ugly incident. I mean, I just don't want any more drama just piling up on me, any more BS and all these ongoing issues just piling up. Like, I'm talking about, like, outside of my dump. I know my dump itself already has issues of their own, and those issues are just constantly annoying me left and right. But, you know, in terms of, like, after what I did, look, I know that I've gotten extremely enraged about what I saw last Friday, right? And, you know, Carlos had to let me know. He called me, and, you know, I wanted to call him back, but he just told me that he didn't want to, you know, deal with. He just wanted to notify me about, you their phones being blown. I mean, for me to stop blowing up their phones, and after that, that's when I did what I had to do. I did it again, but I brought everyone back. So it's Super Bowl Sunday. I just want to enjoy the Super Bowl later on today, right? But as far as this topic is concerned, I even told Russ about it. Like, respectfully, I told myself I was not going to be talking about politics anymore. I mean, like, sometimes I do it with these guys on the chats, and I it may seem like I'm just, like, although I feel just bitter about what's transpired, especially under the current tenure of who, right? It's like it just makes the world like so much sadder. It's almost like what we see in the movies is just like that is considered fictional. Is now happening in reality. Hell, even some of my ongoing issues, like the fact that I'm still broken at home. It's like like my focus at this point is just really trying to find my own peace. Oh boy, another accident. Like every single day I'm seeing an accident anywhere, on the streets, on the freeway. Like, what else is new, man? I'm sending my prayers. Okay? Alright, so look, yeah, I told Russ, and I know I've been going off, like being interrupted by some of the things that I saw, like on the freeway or even on the streets before I even wanted to say what I say. But anyways, let me just finish this off. So yeah, I just decided, like, yesterday I was just gonna completely ignore anything that I see on TV, and credit to my therapist for telling me to just ignore anything that's negative on the internet or in the news that's just putting me down, because there's people out there that are going to be saying things, that are that they're going to capture people's attention, to want to talk about, to get their attention, so they can disagree. Most of the time, disagree with what's happened, like with what those people have said. Anything it's mostly negative. I mean, the media is already negative enough, especially on the sports cycle, that, when it comes to, worldly events, or even on the political side of things, it's nothing but negative, dude. And, I mean, it's just sad. It really is sad, okay? So, for the sake of my mental health and knowing where my stress level is at, I decided I better just quit it. Because I don't want to talk. I mean, I do not want to just even one bit anymore. Just dwell on or even just respond to anything like people tell me about in terms of politics. And I know Dario loves politics, but loves talking about politics. But look, man, like, right? I mean, back then I may be okay with it. Now, this is why I'm just not on social media. And he's a cool guy. That's one of my brothers. But yeah, man. And he is also a graphic designer like me. He's helped me with some graphic design advice as well, like Amanda, my other former graphic design classmate, right? But yeah, I'm not about to go there with all the politics talk. So yeah, I'm just going forward. I'm not going to be really talking about politics. I mean, like, just responding to anything that's politics going forward. I'm just gonna ignore. I mean, I can't control just having to see what I see on the news relating to that stuff, but in the end, it's like after that, shortly after, just mind my own business. That's it. Just go on with your day and do what you got to do, and just I'm a sports guy for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So no more of that stuff. I'm my stress level is already high enough that some of these issues are still needing to be solved, and that's why I just think that it's best for me to just not get into it. Like, I don't really intend on talking about like politics, but it's just, yeah, man. Like I'm just go on with other topics, my other issues, like, friendship issues and other personal issues like that, or just friendships, past, present, like what I normally talk about in my videos. Once upon a time, I talked about roller coasters, my favorite roller coasters, and it's so nice out there, man. So beautiful outside. This is my favorite time of the day when you consider just how sunny it is with no clouds, and you see mountains right in the background. And I'm so glad I'm going hiking today. I need every opportunity to just go out and hike because, I need it. And I've been going out lately. And I love seeing what I'm seeing out there. And so it's going to feel great. But yeah, I'm just not about to, like, continue to allow myself to just respond to anything about politics, even on the group chats. So that's why I did myself a favor. I had to just hold off my entire circle, and then you know what? Once I'm fully okay, then there you go. I'm back to. I'm just gonna mind my own business and not let anything get to me, regardless of how stupid or how vicious some of those events are on the political side of things. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave it at that, man. So I know this topic's been going on for so long, just mainly just a bunch of interruptions. So yeah, man, just tell me what you guys think, and I'm just gonna go on with my day and really enjoy the outdoors. So peace out, y'all. Thank you for watching, everyone. Like, share, and subscribe.